Hi, my name is Professor Jake Lawson. Welcome to this journey through augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, in marketing. Today, we are going to explore Chapter 8, Ethical and Legal Implications of AR, VR in Marketing. AR and VR are transforming marketing, but with great power comes great responsibility. In this chapter, we'll learn how issues like data privacy, consent, psychological effects, intellectual property, and accessibility must be addressed to ensure ethical, lawful, and inclusive immersive experiences. Ethical and legal concerns. AR/VR brings both innovation and ethical dilemmas. Marketers must consider how these tools affect consumer rights, mental health, and data security. Misuse of these technologies can damage trust and reputation. It's essential to create experiences that are not just engaging, but also fair and responsible. This slide sets the tone for the deeper issues we'll explore. Privacy concerns in AR/VR. AR/VR systems gather extensive data: location, facial movements, gestures, voice, and behavior. This creates massive privacy risks if not properly secured. A breach could reveal highly sensitive personal information. Marketers must follow strict data protection protocols and limit unnecessary collection. User trust depends heavily on how data is handled behind the scenes. IP and copyright in AR/VR. Who owns what in the virtual world? In AR/VR, both branded and user-generated content can blur IP boundaries. There are challenges in preventing unauthorized reuse or remixing of digital assets. Marketers must respect copyright laws and clearly define ownership in collaborative environments. It's critical to protect creators while ensuring legal clarity for all stakeholders. Consumer consent in AR/VR. Consent is not optional. It must be clear, informed, and ongoing. Users should know exactly what data is collected, how it's used, and for how long. Opt-in mechanisms must be easy to understand and access. Without consent, marketers risk violating privacy laws and ethical standards. AR/VR experiences must begin with user trust, addiction, and mental health risks. AR/VR can lead to overexposure and digital addiction. Spending hours in immersive worlds may cause fatigue, anxiety, or social withdrawal. Marketers must avoid designing systems that exploit psychological triggers. Instead, they should encourage balanced, healthy engagement. Mental wellness should be considered in every stage of design. Ethical design in AR/VR. Ethical design means prioritizing user well-being and dignity. Avoid manipulative techniques like hidden cues or dark patterns. Ensure content is truthful, transparent, and non-deceptive. Designers should test for unintended consequences, especially with vulnerable audiences. Ethics must guide the entire content creation process. Legal frameworks for AR/VR ads. Advertising laws still apply, even in the metaverse. But AR/VR creates new challenges in applying existing laws. Marketers must navigate regional regulations on claims, targeting, and data use. There is currently a gap between innovation and regulation. Staying informed and compliant is essential to avoid fines and lawsuits. Transparency in data usage. Transparency builds trust and loyalty. Consumers must be told what data is collected, how it's stored, and who can access it. This includes third-party sharing and data retention periods. Privacy policies should be written in plain language, not legal jargon. Honesty in communication strengthens ethical credibility. Ensuring accessibility in AR/VR. AR/VR must be inclusive. Features like voice navigation, haptic feedback, and visual contrast adjustments help users with disabilities. Design should follow universal principles to accommodate diverse needs. Accessibility is not just a technical concern. It's a social and ethical obligation. No user should be excluded from immersive experiences. Innovation versus regulation. Marketers must strike a balance. Innovation thrives on freedom and creativity, while regulation ensures safety and accountability. Smart companies embrace both. They experiment but also respect ethical limits. This dual approach builds sustainable brand success. Compliance shouldn't be seen as a barrier. It's part of long-term strategy. Consumer trust in AR/VR. Without trust, no campaign survives. Users expect brands to protect their privacy, respect their rights, and act transparently. Delivering immersive experiences should never come at the cost of ethical shortcuts. Trust is earned through honesty, clarity, and care. Brands that build trust will lead the immersive future. User rights in AR/VR. Consumers have rights over their data, identity, and content. They should be able to control what is collected and request deletion at any time. They should also know if their contributions, like avatars or reviews, are owned by them or the platform. Clear terms of service and ethical use agreements are essential. User empowerment is the future of immersive tech. Behavioral manipulation in AR/VR. AR/VR can influence decisions in subtle and powerful ways. There are ethical concerns around using immersive design to steer consumer choices unconsciously. This includes nudging purchases or creating emotional pressure. Manipulative design damages trust and may cross legal lines. Ethical design respects the consumer's right to choose freely. Privacy impact of AR/VR. The privacy risk in AR/VR is uniquely high. These platforms collect biometric data, gaze tracking, and emotional reactions. Users may not realize how much they are revealing. Consent must be ongoing and revisited as experiences evolve. Privacy should be at the center of AR/VR platform design. Global AR/VR standards. The need for global ethical standards is urgent. Since AR/VR platforms are borderless, laws must be harmonized internationally. Cross-border data transfer, IP rights, and user protections need clarity. Global cooperation is key to safe and responsible innovation. Standards must protect consumers while encouraging innovation. Future legal developments. Laws are catching up with technology. Expect new regulations on biometric data, virtual advertising, and content moderation. Regulators will demand greater accountability from brands using immersive tools. Smart marketers will anticipate and adapt to these changes early. Being legally proactive is a competitive advantage. Conclusion: AR/VR ethics. To conclude, AR/VR marketing offers incredible opportunities, but also serious responsibilities. Ethical and legal awareness must guide every campaign and experience. Privacy, accessibility, consent, and security are non-negotiable. Brands must build trust, not just engagement. Let's innovate responsibly and lead the future of immersive marketing with integrity